real things, not major. Thank you. So very quickly, there's a program I founded, and I'm anchoring your somebody have problem with talking to women. This is the problem right now. Thank you very much. Okay. So good evening. It's wonderful having you here today. Saved because I think that the women of shadow, when it comes to the power of the woman, I think that sometimes women pursue the shadow. Why do I say that? You know, that's what. There's no comparison. There's no way the woman and the power of the man, because he is on trying to say I am superior to a woman. I laugh, because if you're a man, can you conceive? Can you menstruate? See, if you cannot menstruate, so how can you say you are comparing? There's no room for that. Take out that elephant in the room. We're going to talk about it in the next 1 minute, and then we go over to what we want to do. So on understanding the 21st century and your place as a woman in the 21st. So what I call the elephant in the room, you can always drop your chart. I call the elephant in the room is women equal. Men and women are there. Yeah, there is no need for that at all. No need to ask that question. Because if you understand cosmology, you are going to understand that there's no woman without a man. So if you look at, drawing, you are going to see that day and night, they're complementary, hollow solid, they're complementary. Summer and winter, hot and cold. So there's no need for comparison at complementing each other. And that is what you saw here. Somebody has been saying, how should a man talk to a women program? A program, my mentorship is the program, some of you here are my mentorship program. A program, somebody is trying to tell me a man cannot talk to women. That's the problem we have. The problem of we used to say it. Yeah. So the point is, there's the male energy complement the female energy. The female energy, not the female energy. In fact, in your house, as a man, you have kids to attend to. You are going to understand the active, the young. The woman may be passive. The woman may be, the man may be logical. The man may be dominating, the woman complementing. Yes? So understanding that there is that at all becomes something powerful. My daughter, who is 16 years old, has been, since she's been 15, I don't think if I will allow her the responsibility. In fact, some of her responsibility include handling run into hundreds of millions of naira. And she's a who is asking, why should a man talk to women? Yes, my mentees, I've mentored uncountable women who are doing to mentor them. So it's not, I don't have the right to, so that's just for that. The elephant in the room is that not equal. That's not true. Men and women are equal. Men and women are differently equal, but we are not the same. We are equal. We are not the same. We are the same. So men and women are differently equal. Most of superiority. So there's no need for superiority. There's no question. You have the technical person, please, immediately. There's a distortion in my voice, please, always. So men and women are differently equal, hence none should both. I haven't taken away the, sorry, I think I'm hearing a hello. The fact that men and women are equal, this one, that one, haven't taken business. So we're talking about, class organization and career in the 21st century. What want to do today is we're going to look at a woman 21st century economy, her place in the 21st century world. So, because in number one, we're going to look at 21st century as the we're going to look at the 21st century again as a century. We're going to also look at the 21st century as a, and then we're going to look at the 21st century as a century of value, as a century of permissionlessness. So let's start by doing that. So number one, now it's very important that you know that I won't shout, be so hard to make a point. Even God, the God who made you, cannot even save you without you. So actually, the very, 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 very here in your head to pick the salient points. You see, the value of a second, 1 second, what's the, now, people will always think of 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years of a second. The value of a second is that is the basic that's, takes care of every voice is breaking. Let me check my internet, please. Okay. We don't know why my voice is breaking. Okay, so breaking. Okay. So now, immediately you start element of time is the second. Now you find out that if you ever miss the value of a second, you have problem of 1 minute. You have problem with the value. A lot of people show me where I can get money, show me where I can do this about a complex thing. For instance, no bank can if your books, your bookkeeping, if it is not correct, money, yeah, banks will give you money correct when your books are well, articulated, well. But when you tell somebody, now put your books together, so you don't want to help me. You don't just want to help me. Don't want to help me. I told you to give me money and you're teaching me bookkeeping. Money, I know how to keep my book. And the point is to keep your book. Then why? Oh, somebody, I think my video probably could help the internet. Okay, let me try. Okay. Okay, so somebody's telling me, lend me money, and I'm telling him, oh, your books, you need to make your book, not cook the negative way. You need to make your books right. To do what? To assess loans. Because anybody who wants to your books, now you need to read more so that you can say, I want money. So simple things that make for greatness. For instance, one brick at a time, you put on the second one, you put on the third one, put on the fourth. If you don't understand that, there will always be problems. So let's start with the century of work on right now. We mentioned the fact that we're going to, century of knowledge, century of technology, look at century of value and the century of permissionlessness. Of permissionlessness, you are going to you are going to be so powerful as a woman. Okay, so at your fingertips, everywhere you look, the problem. The problem is the problem of lack of curiosity. People think that because that everything is well. No, it's not true. And it is nothing. Why? Because people don't pay you for just, what they can do for them. People pay you for what you're going to write that down. People pay you for what you can do for them, okay? What do you know how to do? If you wouldn't mind, I want that boss. What do you know how to do? What is that one thing? I want you to write it on the chat box. That thing you know, to write it on the chat box. Write it for me. That thing you know how to do very well. What do you know how to do? Now, 21st century knowledge is money. Knowledge is money simply means, Nikki said, I know how to teach. Yes, what do you know how to teach? Teaching in the 21st century is the easiest reach. Do you know why? Because the 21st century is a century of knowledge. People, single thing on earth, I know how to teach. Angela's into people, yeah. Modiba says, and speaking, okay. Caroline said, I can write. Ella said, I can do a lot of bookkeeping. Joker said, I'm good at on courses. Yes, I do hope you have an NGO. Jennifer and Shema said, I know how to sew. Super. To teach people about their health. Wonderful. You see. Okay, super. Moniba said, I have an NGO. Now, this thing, they are money. You know, thank you. I make bars so perfectly and confidently. Jen said, I also know how to sew. But you see, knowledge is nothing until you activate. It's nothing until you activate it. Not 4th century. And that is why you have to equip yourself with knowledge. Now, I'm not talking about schooling. Schooling is very nice, like what I did. A lot of masters and PhDs and all. It doesn't matter so much if you don't activate it. Knowledge drives where you must make knowledge super and powerful competition. Now, it might interest you to know, consultant, I consult for agencies from the presidency down to local government. Last week, you just coming in from training 3,000 people for, and at the moment we have on departments and agencies. Now, it's very important this challenge. I am disabled in my lower limb, so I wear calipers and use crutches when I want to walk around. Yeah. So if running around and being able to go get the job, I can't compete. If it's about running around and going to go get the job, you see, I can compete today because, yeah, no matter how you try, no matter what you do, you can, because my knowledge is my knowledge. I read an average every day, an average of one book daily. Now, no matter how you hate me or love me, what I read in the books are the attitude, are mine. And if it comes to work, so I can design website, I can write, I can, market, I can, develop applications, I can, run businesses, I can teach systems, all those things I know how to do away from me. Okay. Those who are saying probably you may check your own audio. I have my technical people here and everything is right. So you check your own audio now. So no Fs, I couldn't have competed. I was the best in my classes because some other guys will run me off the race. So knowledge has no competition. To become very, very knowledgeable, very, very skilled in what you do. No man can, say, oh, sit down or get out or what, no man can do with what you are doing. You are good at what you are doing. Yeah. Can actually, no man can actually, I won't listen to my workers. Yeah. I'm also having my monitor too. Is breaking from your earn. So thank you. Now, knowledge has no competition. So immediately you have, your capacity. So now another thing understand active ASK. I'm going to show you what ASK is. Yeah. Knowledge. So I'm going to show you having active ASK, what it means. Active ASK. Now, the first thing that you want to work on knowledge is what we call attitude. Now, like, oh, you are rude. That's not what I'm thinking about when I talk about attitude. Perceive reality. Attitude is simply how you reality. Yeah? How do you see reality? How do you see? Now, it's very important to note that existential perspective to attitude. So let's look at the ontology. I'm not first, some of you know, some of you may not, but it's the register in philosophy. So simply from my coinage here, it's simple that being and beingness part of your to do with your understanding of who you are. So can you help me? Can you write down for me? What will you down for me who you are? Like you said, I am. What will you say you are? Looking at ontology, how will define where I'm talking? I want to look at the chat box and see what people are written. On earth has the same fingerprint like you. So if you lock the door and open it, except you, another person has the same eye print face. Another person has, the same ear look like you. In other words, you are, a very unique individual who, resemblance on earth, but no other person is like you completely. So, but similitude is not exactitude. Okay, so it's not exactitude. Yeah. So it's very important to note, are so unique in your own way. Now, why is it important that I make sure that you get this? ASK stands for attitude, skill, and knowledge. Yeah. I'm going to show you all. I've already read skill, knowledge. Now, why am I pointing at ontology? Very important to know that a lot of people women are pursuing things because others are pursuing that. You are going to be like a rolling stone, you'll gather no Mars. So you're going to be very with your uniqueness. If you are short, if you are dark, if you're fat, whatever eye, oblong nose, whatever that means. Yeah. Now, if you are categorized as whatever it is anybody says, the point is you are so unique that you are so important. No other here on earth. Now, if that is true, your attitude full of holy arrogance. I'm going to talk about holy arrogance tomorrow when we're tools, the hard tools. Now, holy arrogance is a tool I developed, used, and found that it helps you to go first. When you are ontologically sure, that thing is that you merit, you find out that you merit the good things of life. Comes to you and it is like somehow, you start understanding that you merit the good things of life. And when you start in your RAS, your reticular activating that you start having the capacity, you start having the capacity to pull the things that you need, that are, and then you push away the things that are not authentically yours. In fact, there are never try to get. Yes, you should attract them. Number 2 is money, and number 3 is love. Yes, you attract respect, and it's very important to know. It may sound overstatement. Yeah, you probably could look at your magnetic force field. If you attract people who break your heart, if you attract, people who steal from you, crash and all those, just don't keep blaming, the society or the people you attract. Also look deeper. There could be something pushing. I'm talking from experience. Thousands and hundreds of thousands of clients all over the world about ontologically, you are different from every other person. Difference. So now, if your difference does not, redder hair, please keep it natural. If it doesn't, long nails, please wear your natural nails. If it doesn't work with you, making up. If it doesn't work with you, wearing heels, please don't wear heels. And one of the things people don't know is that when you listen to too many people, to behave, this is how a lady should go, this is what a lady should do, and all those, you lose your authenticity. My clients, my students, and the first person that became a medical doctor, first person that became an accountant, who taught him accountancy, the first person that had bachelors in any field. So the question is, you have to start being ontologically real and of attitude. Now, that part gives you, maybe tomorrow we'll talk about confidence and courage, because a lot of people said, oh, they want to learn how to have the capacity to be courageous. And if you don't have confidence and courage, there are lots of things you cannot do. You cannot submit. There are offices you can't walk in and say, hey, I am a consultant. So there are people you won't approach. You need to have confidence and courage. People that what you are saying is true. When you have people that what you are saying is true, so that they should believe in you. Authorization to people that what you are saying is true means and what confidence stands for. Okay, so now let's talk about the existential one. Let's talk about that. Now, when you have understanding of your ontology, there is nothing anybody is doing for you. Anything you get, you merit it. Anything you get. Now, it is not idolatry. It is not, insulting God to know that anything you get, to God, that anything you get, you merit it. Yeah, because God wishes that for you. God wishes you to have the good things of life. Okay, so now the second thing, existential means that now you know you're a great person. Now you know the person is like you. Now you know that you are unique in, that you're different from every other person. If you don't have the attitude of try it out, okay, then you will have the problem of having your question. And I want you to just help me and write it down for me here. The question is, here that you have not worked on. I want you to help me write it down for a few minutes, so allow you to write it down. What idea, you know, what ideas you've not worked up? January, February, you said, oh, I got this idea to do this and that. Write it down. Don't write it in a way that another person copies it, okay? Just write way so that, you know, we don't fall into anybody copying your idea, okay? So write it down for me. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. My friend Modube is right. Global outreach. Yes, global outreach. And so the question is, I'm asking, what one idea did you get this year? It flashed into your mind, or however you got it, I don't know. And up till now, you've not. Can you write down that idea for me? Modube wrote global outreach, okay? What one idea did God give into your heart that you have not done? And that's the question I'm asking. Yeah. Global outreach. I'm waiting. I want to have the question. Yeah, sorry, the answers. And against taking the fight against abuse global. Wonderful. The next one is, that's Angela. Another person said selling on social media. Social media is free, and you know you can sell anything there. So why are you not doing that? So, but I've not been able to achieve that. You know, that's the yes. Yeah, another person said one of the ideas I got this year was I haven't done it. So Jenny, why? Why haven't you done that? So that's, and it stems from the ontological attitude. You know, the brain was created to just, protect us. So anytime you want to zone, your brain, start working against you. Now, I don't wish to tell you today and then use them. And that is why you see, I'm saying it softly. People will always want complex things, but complex things, they don't solve any problem. I'm made up of very simplified, simple things. Life is simple, but life is. So if you are not ontologically strong yourself, if you're not ontologically understanding of who you are, you'll be afraid to carry out. So when you have found out that no other person is like you on earth, then the first thing becomes that you find out that you merit it. So nobody's doing you a favor. If that is true, and do that. So Vicky said intervention and inclusive practice in my field, and the formula for my business, and it's free. And the Jesus said, a voice to people with PWD, and you can start it already. It's doing that. So it is the problem of this ontology. You are going to always think, I don't think I'm good enough. I don't, anybody can listen to me and all those kind of things. So it's very important that you understand that. And then go and do it. So let's talk about the next thing. We're talking about active next thing is skills. Now, you see, a lot of you, if I ask you, why haven't you become? Probably you are not sure of your skills. Yeah. To try it out will lead to problem of that. I didn't get there. Okay, Vicky, I couldn't remember. A lack of out is most likely going to lead to you not going. You will think you are not qualified, that some other people are more qualified than you. And I want you to write it down for me. If you're on this podcast, please write down for me. Write down, good things happen to me. Can you write it down for me? Just, my name is, you write your name, good things happen to me. My name is so and so, good things happen to me. Write it down for me quickly. I'm waiting. My name is so and so, good things happen to me. If you're on social media or you write it down for me. Yeah. My name is so and so, good things happen to me. Good things happen to me. Write it down for me. I'm not continuing. So my name is Olanike Ogosi, good things happen to me. My name, yeah, Angela, Saratu, Justina, Blessing. Yeah, good things happen to you. Now, you may not, I'm telling you, but if you can understand where I play and things I do, and then you understand how I move from VODB, visible person, to very, very important personality. Those are the things I am telling you. Yeah, those are the additional to you. If you understand them, how powerful they are, you are so powerful. In fact, by the time we finish today, you sleep and wake up, not the same person. So my name is Fatima. Good things happen to me. Maria, good things happen to me. For me, good things happen to me. Fatima, good things happen to me. I want it to be something you are saying every time about that. Now, one of the things this would do is that handouts will not be, to know that why should I take handout when I can be the person giving it out? And when we say taking handout, it's not a function of how much you have in your pocket. You may have millions in your pocket. The mentality of a poor person. That is why you see the where they do rubbish. See the people who are spokespersons to presidential campaign people. A lot of you guys who achieved a lot in their lives, and you see all those, you see them talk rubbish, and you keep wondering, are these guys okay? When you start making this affirmation, something shifts in you, and that thing, serving of great things, yeah, and then magnetized, and you're going to become a magnet. You're going to develop magnetic field force that will attract. How I talk, if you want to attract great things, you don't even make. Pursue money, money will run faster than you. That's why I heard the word hustle. Now, if you use it, please stop using it. It's not good. I say, God bless my hustle. That every word has its own mental equivalence. If I say close your eyes, you remember your father. Why I didn't mention your father? So you gotta know, yeah. Once you start recharge card printing cables, not enough fun. I'm phobia of marketing. Okay. So now We're going to look at the S. The S are skills. What are the skills you need? You want to just have a miracle. Now, get all that even the God who's made you, he can't even say, if you are writing things down, now, if you use the pen you're using to write it down and you use it on your, if you're upstairs now and you just jump down, God can't save you. If you drive into a ditch, God can't save you. Your brain, your mind to actually know what's good for you. So at the moment you feel like dying, and then become dictatorial by enforcing you to live when you want to die. So it's very important to know attitude. Then you combine it with the right skills. Now magic will start. Greater percentage of the job we have in our organization is through referral, is through people. We're not talking of little jobs, we're talking of huge jobs. Of course, we have understood how to become magnetic positive, but the right thing. So stop using the word, God bless my hustle. I am hustling. Building world-class organization. You are building world-class company. Bedroom. You may be just where people are not even, myself too. So your ability to understand that you need to do after understanding that your attitude has to do with developing your skills. There are hard skills and there are soft skills that you must develop. Soft skills, as in the 21st century, even more important. The soft skills are more important than the hard skills. And I tell you, naturally imbued, a woman is naturally endowed with soft skills. A woman is just, a woman is humble naturally. A woman is, caring. A woman has super interpersonal, is a very appreciative. A woman, quite a lot of things women are. Women are creative naturally. Are the things that no robots can replace. So no robots can replace these things. Yeah. So those that you need in the 21st century, I'm going to mention them. They are so funny. The skills that you need in the 21st century, they are so funny, are continually going to be poor. Why? Because really, if you are telling them that this is what you need, to, they will say is a lie. Your adversity quotient, your emotional intelligence, your, be creative, your understanding of society, your opportunity, your capacity, opportunities very fast, your capacity for swift, they are all very important skills you need. Okay, it seems I'm going to give me a second to change to another internet. Okay, I do hope this becomes better. So your capacity to identify opportunities, swiftly implement them, ability to communicate, ability to be able to convince people, ability to make people love you, ability to understand the psychology of persuasion, ability to smile, ability to, have the influence you need at every point. There are skills that are in demand in the 21st century. That's why some people walk into a place and they don't come out with anything. You walk in there and you come out with a deal. It's not magic, there are skills. But you see, religion has made us to know, oh, it's grace, is this one, is that one. Nobody can undermine the power of God in our lives. But the point being made is that God has given us 86 billion neurons. And because of those neurons, we can think and solve problems. And God is depending on us to solve those problems for ourselves. So that's the point. So you need hard skills. You need soft skills. We're going to look at them a little better in the next few slides. Now, the next thing is knowledge. So we've talked about attitude, we talked about skills, we're talking about knowledge. Knowledge in the 21st century has to be practical and theoretical at the same time. Knowledge has to be practical and theoretical at the same time. Now, if you go to the universities, you're going to see quite a lot of theoretical knowledge that has no practical import. If you want to be rich, if you want to be great, if you want to consistently grow, if you want your tomorrow to be better than today and your today to be better than yesterday, you must understand to have active knowledge that is both practical and theoretical. Now, what is theoretical knowledge? Theoretical knowledge, let me give you a very simple example. Most of them are very generalistic. What's the name of the last ruler of England or UK? Yes, so Queen Elizabeth. What's the name of the present king of England? Oh, King Charles. What's the name or how many continents we have? You name them. How many countries? You name them. What's the capital of Nigeria? You name them. You see, this knowledge is good, but this knowledge is not practical. People want to have knowledge about things that they pass through every day. For instance, how do I sell my goods? How do I become charming? How can I increase my charisma? What can I do to systemize my organization? How can I productize my knowledge? What can I do to make people love me more? How can I speak with authority and charm? How can I have the kind of love I want in my life? How can I have a good sex life? How can I have a good family life? How can I have a good, health? How can I have, all those things? How can I make more connections in life? How can I get more contracts? How can I get, better staff? How can I have, staff stay for longer in my organization? How can I stop staff attrition in my organization? People are looking for something. How can I improve on my spiritual life? How can I train my children? How can I handle my teenage girl, my teenage boy? How can I, these are the things people are looking for. How can I have my mental health as a single mom, a single dad? How can I meet the right kind of person? How can I get the right kind of love? Where can I get, how can I prepare my organization for investment from other people? How can I have grants? How can I win an election? How can I prepare for, these are things people want to know. Yeah. So those are practical. If you are solving problems that are practical, you will not lack class. And that is where knowledge, active knowledge is very important. If you don't get it, you will always have issues with making money. Now, as far as people are eating and then it's creating, there is no reason you cannot make money and you shouldn't be making money because they have problems that you can solve. So what should you know in the 21st century? There are foundational literacies, there are competencies, and there are, character qualities. I'm going to mention them in the next slide. I just read through. Now, in foundational literacies, you should be literate. Now, literate doesn't mean having a PhD. Literate is the ability to read and write. And a lot of people can do that. A lot of people cannot too. But you see, you've seen even people who cannot read and write become very rich because you see, schooling is a different thing. Education is a different thing. Schooling is what we did to have degrees and get PhDs and all those. Education is what you do with what you know, what you can do with your environment, with things that are happening on a daily basis. Your schooling can enhance your education, but you see, your schooling can also make your education stupid. Because I am a university academic, and if you go to higher institutions, you see how, we talk about, these traders in the market. And I tell my colleagues, if traders in the market use the sense they're using to make money and build 3-story and buy land, if they use it to come into the academia, I tell you, in 2 weeks, they'll become professors because there's no light here, no road, there's insecurity. And every day they're maneuvering all this in a lot of taxes, multiple taxes, all kinds of things against them. And they're maneuvering it to make gains and, to make a lot of money. Yeah. If they go to buy something for 20 million, they pay cash and take it. And you think that you are intelligent and you are literate. When you want to buy something for 2 million, you're going to tell them to give you a payment plan. Yeah. So understanding literacy doesn't mean you are going to have a PhD like me. It's not 100% necessary. In fact, I always tell people, if you don't want to have anything to do with academics, and I don't think PhD is very important. Why? Because sometimes by the time you have first degree, second degree, and PhD, your mind has been so put in a kind of bottle, a kind of mode, that you can't think outside that mode again. And most times it becomes a disadvantage because you are just like made up in your mind and in your ways. So the next thing is numeracy. Yes, ability to count numbers and all those. A lot of us run away from numbers. In fact, assignment I give you tonight, go online and go to YouTube and write basic accounting for business. Okay? Basic accounting for business tutorial. That's what I want you to do tonight. And tomorrow I'm going to ask you whether you did it. Basic accounting. Somebody help me write it on the chat box. Basic accounting for business management. Yeah, somebody help me write it down there. Yeah, so I want you to go to YouTube, write basic accounting for business management, and go through that. You want to be rich, you want to be great, and you don't like numbers. How will you count the money God is going to give you? You want to be great, you don't like numbers. How will you count? Thank you, Desire. How will you count? Yeah, thank you, Lady PJ. Yeah, Lady PJ, welcome. I'm looking for you here. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. So basic accounting for businesses. So business management. Go to YouTube this night, immediately after this, and then go and research it. Go and work on it. Go and read about it. Get prepared for the big money God is bringing your way. Because if you cannot count money, if you don't have, if you don't like counting money, how would you manage your money? Okay, thank you, PJ. Now, the next thing is financial literacy. Yeah. So there are 3M of money, 3M of money, 3M of money, okay? So somebody will help me write it down. Number one is money making. You must have the understanding of how to make money. I'm going to say a few things about that. Somebody write it down for me. Money making money management, and money multiplication. Yes, money making, money management, and money multiplication. Thank you, Shuma. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Money making. Oh, thank you. A lot of you guys. Thank you so much. How to make money, how to manage money, and how to multiply money. You must know these three. If you don't know them, there is a problem. Yeah. And you see, you can always know these things on YouTube. You can know these things on YouTube. People pay hundreds and millions to come to my organization to take home these trainings. But you see, that is why I try to, make out time every year, once in a year for 2 days, over 6 hours, to talk to my friends who are gonna gather here, the ladies, and we're able to discourse Womenfluential. In order to be an influential woman, what do you need? You need literacy, you need numeracy, you need financial literacy. In other words, you need a money making understanding, you need money management understanding, and you need money multiplication understanding. I do hope we have time tomorrow to talk more on how to make money. But let me just not run through this, and let me just talk about how to make money. Now, if you catch what I'm saying right now, you would have, you break, the genes of what has been holding you down. Now, get it right. Money is the easiest thing to make because money, it gravitates towards value. Money is the easiest thing to make because money gravitates towards value. So if you have value, money will gravitate towards the value. It is not because you love the baker that you actually give him your money. It's because you want his bread. That's why you give him or her your money. So the recipe for solving a problem, the traditional recipe, it cannot change today, it won't change tomorrow, it will continue forever. That's the traditional recipe for actually making money. It is find a need and fill it up for the commensurate value, and then find the people who need it and give it to them. Yeah? Find what? A need, and do what? And fill that need the way the people who have the need want you to fill it. And then, make sure you collect your money and make sure you repeat your magic. That's the only way to make money. Find a need. Whatever you think about, anybody who's ever made money, is it our own Dangote? Is it Otedula? Is it anybody? Is it Mr. Macaroni? Is it the Two-Face? Is it Davido? It's about finding a need, Or the guy that sang Buga, Kiss Daniel, the guy that sang Cough or that guy, whether you like him or you hate him, you will play his song. Yeah? If he reverberates with you, you play his song. So you must understand that money gravitates to value. So if you want money, ask yourself, what value can I bring to the table? If you want money, ask yourself, what value can I bring to the table? So help me write down on the chat box, money gravitates to value. Yes, money gravitates towards value. Help me write that down. Why I want you to write it down is because it will get you thinking, what value am I bringing to the table? And then I'm going to hear something like, I don't have finance. I have idea in my head. I don't have finance. How will you have an idea that you don't have finance for? How would you have that idea? Are you a baby? Are you growing up here in Africa for the first time? When people make those, I have very beautiful idea. It's only that I don't have access to finance. Oh, Canada is there, America is there, even Ghana, Kenya, and you can go to those places and probably they give you money. But if you are here knowing how here operate, the point is, when you are having idea, the fundamental, the substructure should be, how do I fund this, idea. How do I start funding it? I have a lot of businesses, and those businesses, I didn't start any of them with money. Now you're going to say, how? How is it possible? Now, how it's possible is because I don't have somebody who's going to give me the money. I don't have anybody who I can run to, and the person will give me the money. So because of that, I have to start the business without money. So every business can, or most businesses, you can look at parts of it. You can start with a part. Innocent that is producing car today didn't start with car. He started with selling motorcycle, selling spare parts, then selling motorcycle. After some time, he started coupling the spare parts to become motorcycle. After that, he did this one and that one and that one and that one. So that is how it happens. You see, that is how it happens. So don't allow people to tell you, like in America, like in China, don't allow people to tell you that always, because at the end of the day, it boils down to, we are not in America, we are in Nigeria. I am physically, challenged in my lower limbs. I am disabled in my lower limbs. Who would have given me money to start a business? Yeah, a lot of people will not, because the business will forward. And then how would they get their money back? You see, so you understand this. Another foundational literacy is scientific literacy. And I'm saying this for some of you who are still at the level where you are training your children. Stop this thing that they do in school. It is only, what do you call it, literature, science that would do. It's not, they won't do art. It is only art. They won't do science. Yeah, that is wrong. And maybe a teacher who is here, I'm a teacher, maybe a bigger teacher because I teach in the university. A teacher will say, oh, no, it's not, you allow the child to choose one. It's not true. All my children, they do arts and they do science, and they pass both. One is what they do science in school and they read arts in the house. Yeah? I'll give you a very simple example. Being successful in life is like cooking soup. The more ingredients you have for soup, the easier it will be to make something out of, the soup, even when you don't have all the skills. So if you have only egusi and oil, and you don't have any other thing, and water, what happens? No matter how you try, the soup will not sound nice. No, even if you are the best chef in the whole world. But if you have egusi, you have bomo, you have okra, you have obono, you have oil, you have seasoning, you have, mangala, you have, help me, you have all those, and all the catfish, and you have croaker, and you have everything, no matter how stupid you are, you just cook something that people can eat and they are just okay and happy. So that's what happens. If a child is just given, knowledge of physics, chemistry, maths, yeah, and the child doesn't understand anything in economics, in government, it doesn't understand anything in literature, doesn't understand it, you have sold the child low. The child is having problem already. Because, in this era where we talk about soft skills, communication, that's why you see a lot of people who are engineers, who are doctors, who are this. They are very good people. But you see, a lot of time you see them, they don't have that influence because what they want to say is in their heart, because they never read literature, they never read communication, they never read so many novels at that level. They are unable to actually, say it in such a way that is romantic and is beautiful and is powerful and all those. Yeah. So let your child have the arts, let the child have also the science. My recommendation, if it is possible, let a child be doing the science in school and do art at home with your help. Okay. But that's, by the way, that's not the question. We're talking about us here, me and you. So have scientific literacy, be able to pick books that are talking about scientific things and read them through, be able to do all those is very, very important. It expands your mind, yeah? So don't hear something like they're talking about climate change. You don't even want to hear what it is. You don't want to understand what it is. They're talking about ozone layer. You don't want to check what it is. They're talking about, virtual reality, augmented reality, mixed reality, wearables, blockchain. You don't even want to hear, but you don't want to NFT. You don't want to check. It's just beyond your brain. If it's in the scholar, if they scatter your brain, you don't want to hear anything about that. That is not how to be successful. The human brain has 86 billion neurons. And those neurons, you can connect the dendrites in them. Hopefully by tomorrow, I'm going to talk a little about neuroscience, and then you're able to understand how you get knowledge and how you can expand what you know and how you can be so powerful. Yes? Now, the next thing is ICT literacy. A lot of us don't know how to use Excel. It's just beyond you, and you don't even try. Hey, go to YouTube, just check Excel tutorial, and then open Excel and do what? Yeah, and just read that. Yeah, thank you, Techno Pop 4. I want to really know your name because I love your vibe. Okay, now, so always be able to, check things out. They help expand. So ICT literacy is that you don't just think, like I see a lot of women at 50, 54, at 60, they say, I am old, I'm old school. And you keep wondering, what do they mean by old school? What do they mean by old school at 60 something? How could it be old school at 60, like 60 years? Okay. Desire is our VP in our organization. She will always say, life begins at 60. Okay. Yeah, life really begins at 60. And I want you to know that, if you understand the power, if you understand the power of your age, you won't always say, I'm old school, I'm getting old. No, I want to live 110 years. Not because there's something serious with 110 years. It's just because I want to give myself a target. And I want to check you out. Yeah, I want to check you out. If you just will pick how many years you want to live, yeah, how many years would that be? Don't patronize God. Don't just patronize God. Choose for yourself how many. If you are supposed to live, if you are supposed to choose, I want you to choose how many years. I've told you mine. Mine is 110 years. Now, I want you to write it down. Why am I doing this? I'm trying to change your mentality about choices in life. I had poliomyelitis when I was 1 year, 6 months. And I decided against every odd that I want to have life at my own terms. I want to have life at my own terms. Because of that, my reticular activating system, my RAS, was able to open itself up and okay, Modube says she wants to live as long as God wants her to stay. Okay, so now I decided that I'm going to live life at my terms. And I found out that to everything I said and every which way I went, every which way I go, in this choice, God has been able to say amen to that, amen to that, amen to that, amen to that. Okay, so it is not wrong to say, I want to live 100 plus, I want to live 10 years, I want to live 50, I want to live 90, I want to live 60. It's your life. You can live how many years you want. But let me tell you what choosing how many years you want to live. Let me tell you what it does. Now, it makes you to become more careful with your life. Because I want to live 110 years, because of that, I can't be taking alcohol and I want to live 110 years. I can't be smoking. I want to live 110 years. I can't be just every day I am driving in the night unnecessarily and I want to live 110 years. I can't be taking long journey in the night and I want to live 110 years. I can't just be eating night meals and I want to live 110 years. I can't be careless with my sugar, and I want to live a sugar level in my body and my blood pressure. Yeah, and I say, um, I want to live 110 years. I want to live 110 years. Because of that, my rationality tells me there are things you will do and you are able to scratch that number of years. And there are things you will do and then you know you are joking. You are not serious about living 110 years in good health. Yeah, unless you want to live that in coma. So you have to start understanding how to make demand out of life. Tomorrow, I do hope I will have the time to talk to you about RAS, reticular activating system, and you see how it works. But back to our discussion, ICT literacy. What do you know about wearables? What do you know about Internet of Things? What do you know about MS Office? What do you know about CRMs, customer relationship management systems? What do you know about I think I mentioned Internet of Things. What do you know about augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, wearables, blockchain? And what do you know about those things? What do you know about using IT to run your business? What do you know about those kind of things? These are things you must know. Okay, you have to start becoming serious about them. Tomorrow, we hope to work on the tools that you can use for some of this. But you see, if I'm able to expand your mind today, what will happen is that you will be able to understand what you need and then you start seeking for them. There is cultural and civic literacy. A lot of people don't know anything about other people's culture. They don't know anything. Like we are going for election in our country, Nigeria. They don't even know anything about, the candidates. They're so peripheral. Either it's from my village or from my town, or it's my church member or my religious member or whatever. They don't interrogate things. Yeah, you must have civic and cultural literacy. So let's look at competencies, and I'm going to run here so I can get to all the things. In understanding competencies, you see, critical thinking is one of the most important things you have to learn, and you must learn it. You see, you must learn it if you want to be great. Critical thinking helps you in productization. Critical thinking helps you in relationships. Critical thinking helps you in proposal writing. Critical thinking helps you in predicting where business is going next. Critical thinking helps you with understanding opportunity and knowing how to jump in or jump out of it. Critical thinking helps you quite a lot. So how do you develop critical thinking? Well, very long story, but there are a few things to do. One of them is to not assume. Assumption is not a good thing. Now, when you assume, like ASSUME, when you assume, then let me write it down again and show you. When you assume, I always tell that to people who come to my classes, you make an ass of you and me. Yeah. So let me show you how. So look at it there. When you assume, you make an ass of you and me. I wrote it on the chat box. You make an ass of you and me. You make stupid of you and me. Don't assume things. Ask question. Asking question is one of the foremost, one of the most important, ways to increase your wisdom. And it's even one of the most important ways to appear wise, to anybody and everybody who is dealing with you. Yeah? Asking questions. Critical thinking is about asking the right question. Problem solving is also about critical thinking. It's about looking at issues and saying, you can use the elimination method, you can use any kind of method, but you are moving. That's why you have to learn, read. If you've not read Edward de Bono's Six Thinking Heart, please read that. Six Thinking Heart by Edward de Bono. Try and read that. Yeah. So problem solving is a competence you must develop. Creativity is another competency you must develop. Creativity is to look at things that are not there, and then you imagine it, and you say, what if? Why can't we? Yeah, what if this happened? That's what the Wright brothers did, and they were able to build um, an aeroplane. Yeah. So you have to be creative and say, this is how I tackle problems. I'm going to talk about algorithms or algorithmizing tomorrow. Yeah. If you've not read Six Thinking Hard, Think You Deserve, if you've not read Six Thinking Hard by Edward de Bono, try and do that. And you can download it at pdfdrive.net. So you have to be creative, have time to think. I'm going to tell you something. And just in order to get your attention, everybody writes aeroplane for me, okay? Just to get your attention. So be sure you are here with me. Write aeroplane for me. Write it on the chat box, aeroplane. Whether you're on the social media, yeah, thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Rafiat. Thank you, guys. Yeah, aeroplane, good. Now, have you ever wondered why those people, the pilots, why they lock themselves up at the cockpits? No, they say the cockpits. Why they put themselves there and then they close that place? They don't allow you to come in. They don't just fly and everybody's looking at them and all those. Why do you think that happens? Why do you think that happens? Is it possible you tell me? Why do you think that where the pilots are always very enclosed? You see, why do you think that? Okay, maybe before you write, the point is, if you want to avoid distraction, thank you. To avoid distraction. They don't want distraction. Yes, they don't want distraction. Now, if you want to be a great person, if you want to be super, if you want to fly high, yes, as a woman, yeah, if you want to fly high, you need to be in your cockpit. Not everybody should have access to you, to your life. Yes, you have to understand the power of, being alone, the power of, having time to think, having time to, to, somebody said, because we don't have knowledge of piloting. Angela, I didn't understand that. I want you to expand, she said, because we don't have knowledge of piloting. Okay. So now, you don't want to be distracted. A lot of people, every time you see them, they're in a group, left and right, they're in a group. Your woman, your children are growing, you are still in the group, and all this kind of thing. You see, no time to actually concentrate, work on things, think of next level. Yeah, you can play hard, but you see, you also work hard. Yeah. Now, we're going to talk about health maybe tomorrow because we need to talk about the tools. Health is one of the tools. Social, yeah, being social, being in groups, attending functions is a way to clear your mind, is a way to avoid mental health issues and all those kind of things. But you see, the power of concentration cannot be undermined. So always make out time. Now, exchanging information is a competency. Some people don't know how to exchange information. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we could end up touching the wrong button out of ignorance. Yes, that's true. Yes, thank you, Angela. Yeah, you're saying because we don't know how piloting goes, some of us can go and touch. So that's how some people come into your life and they go and touch one button and they spoil things for you. You see, so like Nafisa say, you have to be self-aware. You have to be self-aware. You have to, be self-aware. So exchanging information is another competency. Some people, they know things, they don't even know how to say it. They don't even know how to, to talk to people about it and all those. Now, collaboration, a lot of people cannot collaborate. Yeah, they're running their small businesses. Immediately somebody wants to come help and be part of it, they push the person out and all this kind of thing. Yeah, you need to understand collaboration, because most times when it is one person, it is in arithmetic progression. When it is two, it is in geometric progression. Yeah, very important. Collaboration is learned. You need to go read about how do I collaborate. You start with small things, move on with the bigger one, and understand that. Now, very important to note, and I want somebody to write it down for me. You understand that the power of collaboration cannot be underestimated, and it cannot be overstated. But the truth is that you have to find the right people to collaborate with. So that is why you need to, be very careful, who comes into your life, who you attract. But I wanted to make a very important point, and I want somebody to write it down for me. It is better to have 10% of 100 than 100% of nothing. Write it down for me. Better to have 10% of 100 than 100% of nothing. Better to have 10% of 100 than 100% of nothing. Help me write it down. Better to have 10% of 100 than 100% of nothing, yeah? Better to have 10% of 100 than 100%, about 0% of 100, yes. Okay, but what I said is better to have 10% of 100 than 100% of nothing. Yes, Angela got it. Good, thank you. So collaboration is important. It's very difficult to collaborate. You may think it's an easy thing, but you have to learn it. I had to deliberately learn collaboration. It's not something easy. Better to have 10% of 100 than 100% of nothing. Yeah, be able to share the money. Be able to share the money. Be able to say, oh, instead of me struggling with this thing, and then I make 100 naira, why don't I just collaborate with 10 persons? We take 10 naira, and I'm doing it with 10 other persons, and then I'm putting in just 10%. Yeah, it's very important to note that you need to learn collaboration. So there are a few things about character qualities you need to learn. One of them is curiosity. You must have a mind that is always asking questions. You must have a mind that's always, you must have initiative. Yes, you shouldn't be afraid. You should be fearless to initiate something. And please write it down for me, vulnerability intelligence. Write it down. Even if you don't get a spelling, don't mind. Vulnerability intelligence. Write it down for me. I want to say something about it. Vulnerability intelligence. Thank you, Fatima. Yeah, this Fatima is too smart. Thank you. Now, vulnerability intelligence. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Rafayat, Ramat, Angela. Now, let me show you what it is. Thanks, Fatima. Thanks. You're smart. Now, the point is, a lot of us are not doing our dreams because we are not vulnerable. What that means is that maybe somebody has your secrets. Maybe somebody has your system. Maybe somebody has your naked picture. Maybe somebody has something you've done before that you're not proud of, and all those kind of things, okay? Now, we're going to work on it now. The truth is, there is nothing anybody has eaten before and swallowed the finger. And there is nothing anybody will see and the person will start shedding blood. A lot of women, even a lot of women in this group, are being blackmailed by somebody. Yes, by somebody. And it's very important to note that it's high time the person, should bring the blackmail, brought the blackmail, to the public. The point is, if you want to remain being blackmailed, you are going to live your life in sorrow. Now, I made that point many years, uncountable years ago. I said, I cannot, I can't give money to a blackmailer, whether it's from kidnapping or from blackmailing or from whatever. I can never give money. I'm ready to die. Why? Because I cannot add your negative business. So you are going to make up your mind and face the blackmail. And it goes. Now, the person, if he sends you the object of blackmail, put it online yourself and write, when I was stupid. Please write it down for me. When I was stupid. Write it down. When I was stupid. So when you put out the object there, you caption it on social media. You caption it when I was stupid. What will happen? Yeah? Thank you very much. Thank you. When I was stupid. What will happen? Nothing. You saw that with Salawa Beni, that Yoruba singer, that older woman. Somebody wanted to blackmail her, and then yes, if you want to remain blackmailed, you are going to live your life in sorrow. That's true. When I was stupid, that woman just one boy was telling him, "You give me money, I have yours." Send this. The woman uploaded it on her Instagram herself. What happened? At the end of the day, police went and caught the boy because the boy was handicapped. What are you gonna? What are you gonna do? How can you shame a shameless person? How can you? So don't allow yourself to be blackmailed. Okay, whether it is an ex, a former husband, a former worker, a former boss, whatever it is, what you did when you were small, what you did now, whatever it is, let it come out so that let it end. If the person want to go ahead, let it go ahead. What will happen? What will happen? You saw it with Tiwa Savage. Yeah? A lot of you saw the sex tape. And what happened? She had even released a song. Yes, Salawa Beni, yes, thank you, Folake. Yeah. This lady, Tiwa Savage, has even released a music about her sex tape, and she's making millions and millions and hundreds of millions out of that. Yeah. So don't allow yourself to be blackmailed. You see, so that you can free yourself. Whenever you think of what people will say, you were Ludo in primary school, you were Ludo in secondary school, you were this one, you were Ashawo, now you want to be talking something reasonable, you were Ronsgear, now you want to, I know this guy. You cannot continue that way. Thank you, Fadeke. Thank you so much. Yes, Salawa Beni and Tiwa Savage. Yeah, so it is very important we talk about this vulnerability intelligence. I developed that concept. When I start seeing a lot of people not living their life because they thought that somebody out there secret or somebody will do something, nothing, nobody does nothing. Let the person put it out there. What will happen? Yeah, the people they are seen in porn sites, are they not people's fathers and mothers and people's children? Now, get it right. We're not saying people should go do the wrong thing, but we're saying don't allow fear to keep you down. So have initiative, be persistent, understand adaptability, understand leadership. Yeah, social and cultural awareness. Yeah, yes, fear and depression. A lot of people are just depressed for nothing. Yeah, be yourself. This life is once. And when you finish here, there is no return match. Maybe there will be, I don't know. But the point is that don't allow fear to pull you down, like Fadeke said. Okay, so let's go ahead right now. So if you have any question, you start asking me those questions. So in concluding, number one, look at this. Have critical thinking, have communication skills, have creativity skills, have problem-solving skills, have adversity quotient that is high, okay? Persevere. Not when you start one thing, immediately you start is 1 minute, you are tired, you go into another one, you start another one, you are tired, you move into another one, you start another one, you are tired, move into another one. Hey, when the angel of blessing is moving around, by the time he's coming to the one you are doing, you've left it. Don't mind me. You've left the one you are doing, and then you've gone to another one, and the angel of blessing has finished, has concluded his trip there, and then he has gone, inconsistent. Yes, my friend Omolara said. Yeah, collaboration, okay? Now, information literacy, technology skills and digital literacy, media literacy. You need to understand global awareness. You need to have self-direction. Where are you going? Don't be going everywhere. Yes, where are you going? Yes, direct yourself. Understand what we call self-leadership in our organization. Social skills. Yeah, some people don't laugh, they don't smile, they don't know how to make friends. We need to talk about it tomorrow. When you enter, a place where people are gathered, you don't even know what to say. Now, probably you remind me tomorrow. There's something I call, opener, starter, then discussion and exits. Opener, starter, discussion, and exits. When you come into a place, okay, have your pickup lines, things you say that make you, yeah, thank you. Opener, starter, discussion, and exit. Okay, so because Garba has written it, let me explain it. Now, opener is that thing when let's assume you come into and we're going to do some exercises here, please. We're going to do some exercises in this particular one because a lot of people have missed so much luck. Yeah, so much because they don't understand, they don't understand how to walk people into liking them or having discussions with them. So let's talk about opener. Now, I want to ask you, if you enter into a place, people filled with people, for instance, a departure hall, and you decided to go sit somewhere or let's use the departure hall because it's easy for you to say something like, where are you traveling to? But I'm going to show you. So now, in the departure hall, you just see somebody and you want to open up discussion with the person. It could be a male, it could be a female. Now, what will you say? What are your openers? Yes, please help us. We want to learn from you. Don't be shy. What are your openers? What did you say? Okay, wonderful. Hi, wonderful, Garival. Yeah, Fatima. Mother say hello. Yeah, hi, super, good. Oh, Nafisa, no, you were still talking about open. You are talking about elevator. Okay, introduction first. Okay, you look good, wonderful. Some people will just think you are teasing them. I smile at the person. Good, smile always works. Then I introduce myself. Wonderful. Good to meet you. Wonderful. I like your outfit. Super. Wonderful. So now, you see, a lot of us who are even writing this thing here now. Hi, how was your trip? Thank you. Good, that's good. Now, like your heart. Good day. Wonderful, thank you. If seated, you can say, may I join you? Super. You look good and gorgeous. Super. Wonderful. Okay, so thank you so much. Now, that is all the things. Okay, my friend Nafisa says, start with the weather talk. How's the weather? Well, Nafisa, please tell us, how do you start with the weather talk? Tell us how it sounds. Is it like it is a sunny afternoon? Help us. Nafisa, please tell us. Okay, yeah, you feel us in here. Oh, great, wonderful. Great, super. So guys, I hope you are picking the pickup lines, like now pickup lines. Yeah, we call it opener in people science. They're really quite heavy, super, wonderful. The weather is not awesome, wonderful, good. And the person will reply, this really, okay, good. Now, thank you, Fatima. Okay, so now the point is, so we call that one opener. The weather is friendly. Yeah, thank you, Nafisa. I think you started that part. Hello and good evening. Wonderful. Good. So now, thank you guys. I love the energy in the house. Thank you. And and you can see why a man should teach womenfluential, and why a woman should teach menfluential. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Fatima. Yes, I got what you said. You said that the class is interactive. Thank you. Yes. Now, so that's what we call opener. All this you guys said is super. That's what we call opener. So whenever I want you to have that in your head, you have opener. What did I say next? You have starter. Now you have what? You have discussion, and then you have exits. Okay, yeah, good. So opener, starter, discussion, exit. So now when you go in any place, so hello, or hello, hi, or hello, good evening, hello, good afternoon, hello, good. It has always worked. Yeah, opener, starter, discussion, exit. Ella, that's the direction. So now we say in our organization, if there are two things you will ever learn on earth, learn how to be deliberate and intentional, learn how to use algorithms. So I'm teaching you the algorithm for influencing any stranger to open up a discussion with you and be your friend. So I'm talking science here. So when you say, hi, good afternoon, hi, good evening, make sure that your voice is warm and make sure you have a smile, okay? So when you say that, you can go ahead with what? The weather thing, you can go ahead with all those and all those and all those. Yeah, yes, opener, starter, discussion, and exit, yeah. So now, immediately the person says, yeah, the weather is not friendly. You know, some people love their phone a lot. The person may go back to his phone to start looking at the phone again, and then you feel you are disturbing him or her. So you don't know what to say again. Hello, hello, good afternoon. You know, it's a good afternoon. It's the weather is lovely. Say, yeah, the weather is lovely. Yeah. If you don't take time, case closed. Now, we will always advise, if like in airport, we said, what I teach my students and my staff is that you ask the person, are you going or coming? Now, I don't know the answer. From the first day, I told my workers and my students, I don't know the answer. Are you going or coming? But you see, this question will not, it doesn't elicit just a yes or no answer. This question must be interrogated, meaning that if the person say, are you going or coming? Yeah, are you going or coming? And the person will say, yes, I'm going. So, okay, that means you live in Abuja. The person said, no, I don't live in Abuja. I'm going to Abuja, but I'm coming back to Port Harcourt and all this kind of. So it now helps to actually start up the starter. Now, but immediately you are doing the starter, look at the person's eyebrow. Yeah, I think we call it eyebrow. Yeah, the one after your eyes, the one on top. Yeah. Now, look at that side. You are going to see this person. Anytime somebody says something that you are interested in, that place will shake. That place will either go up or go down, or there will be some level of concentration or something like that. So always be looking at that eyebrow. Yeah, this place you drop your, is it, help me. My people in the house, they don't like rubbing things. So most times I don't know the name of those things. This is your eyebrow. Yes, this big one at the top. Yeah. So now, immediately you are saying something that the person loves to hear. The person's eye will go, that eyebrow will go up or come down. And that is human science. That's how to know what the person is interested in or what is taking the person's attention. So if you want to continue with that starter and move into discussion, you must find out what the person wants to talk about. And looking at that eyebrow is a place you can see what the person wants to talk about. Then when you have been able, so, you know, the mood thing has never worked for me because no matter what is your mood, I've been able to break 100 over 100 every time, male, female, woman, man, old boy, young, you know, every day, high, low, you know, yeah, because even if somebody has a mood, the person doesn't want to be in the mood forever. The person wants to laugh. The person wants to be happy and all those kind of things. Yeah. But that's by the way. Now, immediately you have done your starter, then you move over. When you now see what the person is interested in, you move over to the discussion. And then one of the ways to maintain discussion is to be sure that you are discussing what the person wants to hear. what the person is interested in. Don't discuss what you are interested in. Discuss what the person is interested in, not what you are interested in, please. Now, what will happen with that is that immediately you are discussing what the person is interested in, yeah, the person will be talking, and because people love the sound of their voice or their voices, they will be talking, and they will think that you're a very good conversationalist. Yeah, listening is a very difficult thing. That is why we need to praise the judges who will listen and listen and listen and force themselves not to interrupt your line of thought. So that's one of the other skills you should learn. So when the person has discussed with you for some time and then you want to go, yes, or you want to face some other thing you want to do. Now, so we've talked about opener, we've talked about starter, we've talked about discussion. In your discussion, be animated, be sincere, smile all the way, do as if you love seeing the person, do as if you are enjoying yourself. Yeah, ask him question. Wow, so it happened. Oh, what did you do next? Oh, you must be a strong person. Oh, don't tell me that happened. Oh, did the person die? Oh, what happened next? Oh, the person will keep talking and all this. Then you want to go. In order to exit, a lot of people don't know how to exit, but how to exit is to ask the person about a future occurrence, about something that will happen in the future. Like say something like, wow, it's been wonderful talking with you. This weekend, are you resting or still going to walk the way you're walking or traveling this weekend? The person will say, oh, I'm taking my daughter out. Oh, my husband is oh, my wife is, oh, you now say, oh, that's great. I wish you luck in your adventure this weekend. I do hope we see again and catch up. Now, if you want to take number, you do that at this moment, and then you guys go. So if you yes, I would like to meet you again. It's nice meeting you. Wonderful. So, but if you can, or ask question about the future, like, oh, what will you be doing this weekend? Are you going to be working as hard as you're working this week? Are you traveling this weekend? The person will now tell you what he's doing. What happens is that the person has taken his mind from, the present to the future, and then it's not easy for you to exist. Okay, wonderful. Good. Nice meeting with you. Oh, my pleasure talking to you. Here is my card. Super. Thank you. So I do hope those who are not very, very outgoing, I do hope that you're going to try this tonight or try it tomorrow before we meet again here. And it's going to be wonderful to hear what you did. So I've given you two assignments. One is to work on bookkeeping for business management, and another one is to go out there, talk to somebody. Yes, you may be doing it before, but I want you to use the algorithm of opener, starter, discussion, and exit. And now you tell me what you got. So literary skill, we talked about civic literacy, social responsibility, innovation skills, thinking skills, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's now talk about the second thing, century of technology. Remember, we categorized 5 things we're going to discuss. One was a century of knowledge. 21st century is a century of knowledge. And now, second, the 21st century is a century of technology. Yeah, I may not waste so much time here because tomorrow we are going to really work on the tools you need for your business, for your career, for your life. And we're going to be looking a lot at that. Now, you see, in the 21st century, you hear a lot about artificial intelligence. Well, somebody said you can't see my screen anymore. Okay, somebody said you can't see my screen. Let me check what's wrong. Mm. But I'm seeing my screen. Oh, why? Okay, sorry, let me correct it, please. Let me stop sharing and then go back to sharing again. Please, I'm sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that. I do hope you are seeing the screen right now. Are you seeing the screen? If you're seeing the screen, please, I can see your screen. Nothing is wrong. Okay, thank you. Okay, so now, so we have artificial intelligence, we have machine learning, we have blockchain. And I tell you, these things are so easy for women to learn. And I'm not patronizing you women. If you know what I've done with the women in my own life, you can understand. If you're close to me, you'll understand, because I understand that women are more intelligent than men. Yeah. And I've, worked with the women in my life in such a way that they have been very big assets. All the things I have, all the things I do, all the things I can boast of today is not, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Omolara. Thank you, Ma. Yeah, Omolara is my friend, and um, um, she's my boss rest too. Yeah, she's my mentee, but also she's my boss rest, my boss. Very wonderful woman. So I have done quite a lot with the women in my life. Of course, a man setting up this kind of program free, you should know. So women are very, very intelligent naturally. Yeah, nobody's is patronizing you. Yeah, they are intelligent naturally. I told you my daughter joined our company when she was 15 plus, maybe like 15 and 6 months. Yeah, 15 years and 6 months. And she handles projects worth hundreds of millions of naira. And I'm not sure, to be frank with you, I'm not sure if my son, if I will allow my son to those things at this age. I'm not sure. I'm not very sure. Yeah, because women are calculated, they're creative, they are very intuitive. It comes with its own problems too. So I'm not saying that there's no problem at all. No, but what I'm saying in essence is that they are powerful. And that's why, any man who may later listen to this, and every man, I always tell them, if you're not making use of your woman and collaborating with her, you are losing out. There's a place a woman can enter, a man can never be allowed to enter there. That's the whole truth about life. Yeah. You need to be like, if you're a man, you probably need to be, a woman may have 1,000 naira and she will enter a place that you can't enter when you have 20 million. Yeah. So if you're a man, you're supporting your woman, whether it's your wife, your girlfriend, your daughter, your sister, your mom, your whoever, a woman in your life, you're supporting them, you are going to have exponential growth, because what she can achieve, you can. And I give you an example with Adam. Adam was put in the garden for many, many weeks or months or years. Adam didn't do anything. He didn't even test he didn't even know who is there. He didn't even read the devil and all this. But you see, immediately the woman came, she started greeting, and people were greeting her and all those and all those. And, at the end of the day, they ate the forbidden fruit according to the Bible account. Now, people may say, oh, it's the wrong thing. But that shows the power of the woman, the charming power of the woman to discover, to experiment, to check things out. That's why I think the inventor of soup, and making it a soup, that can only come from a woman. I don't mean that there are no better chef, male chef. I know there are, but of course, our mothers are the people who are who have been Vicky, I don't understand what you're saying. She greeted people, only that Lucifer was one of the persons or one of the things that came around. Okay, that's the point. Yeah. Okay. The Bible didn't record the other things or other people, other trees she had greeted. But the point is, the woman is so intelligent that she can learn anything. That's why I'm saying artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, women do even better in these things, Internet of Things, augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, wearables, voice assistants. Don't close your eyes. Just take this name, snap it right now, screenshot it, and start reading about them. Yeah, they are 100% in line with the woman nature. They are 100% in line with the female nature. Women are better able to handle, learn, and do these things. Yes. So, century of technology. Now, you see, in business, there are things you need to work with as technology in your business. I'm going to treat them tomorrow, but I just want to give you an overview. Customer relationship management softwares, you need them. They may be as simple as Excel, where you put in those data and find a way of interacting and doing analytics with them. They could be as simple as apps you download from Play Store. If you go to Play Store and say CRM soft apps, you're going to see quite a lot of them. Some of them you don't even pay. You use you use a freemium before you're able to pay. Okay. Yeah. So it's very important to know that you need to understand customer relationship management apps and softwares to use in your business. It's important to know that you must understand payment processing systems. You must know how to use payment processors online, offline. You must understand those things. We're going to talk about some of them tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to look at those tools. Each one will show you some of the tools that you can use, free and paid. Now, cybersecurity solution. You must know how to protect yourself so that they don't zap your money. Project management platform and knowledge. You must understand that. Inventory management software. You must understand those. Social media. You must understand that and play heavily there. For instance, normally you should post every 4 hours. So that means you should post at least 4 times every day. And tomorrow probably we'll look at a few things. Well, the easiest place to make money is online. Yes. And then you need to post the things you want people to see. Yeah. Like I don't post my, high-end businesses online, for instance. What I'm doing with governors, what I'm doing with ministers, what I'm doing with permanent secretaries. Why should I be posting them online? The people I need are not there. Even what I'm doing with oil companies, why should I be posting them online? The people that are doing this job, they are not on my pages. I don't need to do all those. So you have to be careful what you post and then be able to understand how you do that. So your business website, you should be able to have understanding of the softwares you can use and the platforms you can use to develop your website. We're going to look at that tomorrow. Location-based technology, you need to understand some location-based technology like Yellow Pages. Register your company on Yellow Pages. Google My Business, that is now Google profile or business profile on Google. Understand how to use it and that should be the third assignment. If your business is not on Google profile, on Google business profile, please do that today. Go to Google and just say, sorry, since my staff is telling me something. Okay. So they're telling me that it broke at some point. Now, Google business profile, it used to be Google My Business. Google business profile, you need to you need to go on Google and write Google Business Profile. Then you click on it, sign in, and then you will see location. You put your location, that is, if it's your house, so anybody who clicks on that can drive straight to your location, wherever your location is, because it will pick the GPS. You will pick the coordinates itself and do that work for you. Then you put in your products, you put in pictures of your products, you put in the company profile, you say some things about the company, you put in the services you offer, you put in your opening time, your closing time, and now it's free. Anybody who is searching caterers in Lugbe, caterers in Ogba, caterers in Maitama and all that, they will see you there and they can click and drive to where you are. You put your phone number, and it's very important to note, please don't use your private phone number for your business, because as the business starts growing, that phone number, you can't, again, or you can change it, but changing it starts becoming difficult. So use a number that you can leave for your staff, you can leave for your workers, because your businesses must grow. Even if they're grown now, they must get higher. So don't make that mistake of using just that personal phone. Have a line that is dedicated to your business. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, location-based technology, yellow pages, city search, all those. Now, customer interaction management. Yes, how do customers chat with you and all that? So on your Facebook, the chat box, the messenger, your WhatsApp and all those, they are simple ways customers chat you and get to you. Yeah, always use those things. Don't joke with them. Now, at this point, I need to say something that is very, very, very important to me. What is that? In my own language, making money is like gathering something one by one, little by little. What politicians do in our climb, make everybody think that making money is just something you just, boom, you get it. Most times, people build wealth. Before you see it very outstanding, they build it over 3 years at least. And some people build it over 10 years. So most times, it's not always, boom, they've been working on something, developing themselves and all that. So always give yourself 36 months to be very successful in what you've started. And you build it one coach, 1 inch, one brick at a time. Overtaking is allowed, compounding is allowed. But you see, there's a way you put things on a particular building without a good foundation. What happens? The building will collapse. Even when it has foundation, you may need to put and give it time to stabilize before you put another one. That is why some companies grow and they overgrow beyond the capacity of those who are managing them, and they crash. Yeah, you say, oh, we are very rich the last time, and you say, oh, somebody came and swindled us of 1 billion. Somebody came and swindled us of 100 million. Somebody came and swindled us. You need to understand how it works. Okay. Now, very important that you understand your growth and you keep growing little by little, and you are moving. Okay. If you've got that, there are other tools, scanning tools like VFlat, common cam scanner. Do you know that with VFlat, you can just look at that document, you snap it and turn it into Word. Do you know that with Google Lens, you can turn something that you wrote with hands into editable, words and all those. So we're going to look at that. Okay, somebody, Lady PJ, if you have this assignment, please, you can just drop it for them. The first assignment was business, bookkeeping for business management. The second was, I think, going out there to talk to somebody using the opener, starter, discussion, and there's it. Algorithms there. And the third is to do what again? The third is to, okay, I'll remember. I just forgot the last one. Okay, so Lady PJ, if you're there, please, you can write it down for them. Okay, customer interaction management. So other tools, scanning. In the educational tools we use, receipts, receipts tools, calendar, drives, and other. We're going to look deeper into those tomorrow. Yeah, good. Now, thank you, Fatima. So let's look at the third one. We have less than 30 minutes to go. Now, is the century of women. 21st century is a century of women. How do I mean? Now, most powerful soft skills are natural to women. Most powerful soft skills are natural to women. Just name them. Name any soft skill you know. And you see, the woman harbors that naturally. Yeah. Soft is the new hard. If you don't know, communication skill, ability to listen, empathy, ability to understand, feeling people's pain, sympathy. They are all skills. Ability to communicate, ability to, collaborate, ability to, understand and have friendship and relationship, ability to check out on people, adversity quotients, ability to have high adversity quotient. That's why a woman could give birth. That's why a woman could menstruate, every month. Okay, listening, feedback, understanding, patience. They are all powerful soft skills that a woman possesses naturally. Humility, not being braggadocious. These are natural to women. So, but you see, probably the society or in their head, a lot of them are not exuding that. And even when they do, it is all about, it's all about feministic and antagonism and trying to fight the men and trying to see as if they are fighting with anybody. You want to fight with you are better than the men. So why should you fight for something you are better than? Why should you fight for something you have more? Yeah. So stop being antagonistic or bullish, or stop thinking anybody is doing anything negative. I get what the society does. That's why people like me are coming out to say, oh, women can be influential and this is how to. Yeah, that's what we are doing. Okay, back to that issue of soft skill and being great is the issue of interpersonal skill expert. Interpersonal skill expert. The woman is an interpersonal skill expert. So naturally, yeah, she's lovable. She carries herself with grace. Yeah. Now, when she doesn't understand this, she starts, being combative, and is unnecessary. It happens with people who are physically challenged, or people who have one little, I don't want to call it disability, one little marginalization of the other. Now, they concentrate on that marginalization. It happened to me when I was growing up. I thought, oh, people don't like me because, I'm physically challenged. People don't like me because, but it wasn't people, it was me. And thank God before I was 15, I was able, because I read a lot, I was able to understand that if you are blind, deaf, and dumb, if you sing a good song, people will listen to it. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah. Granted, it may be hard for you to push through, but the truth is that people can't keep you down for long. So I started with myself. In my classes, I said, since I cannot run like others, I cannot go for break and recessions, because I cannot move around like others. I'm not as distracted as any of my friends. So I can't go for breaks. So I am in the class. So what did I do? I use all those time to read every book. Any of my classmates that come to school with any book, you can be sure before the day runs, or I will finish the book. At a particular time, they started bringing books that are 600 pages in primary 2, primary 3. My classmates bring books that are 600 pages for me, 300 pages for me. My teachers used to seize those books because they said, why are you reading a book like this? It will corrupt you. This book, there must be something wrong in this book at 600 pages, But I was able to read those books. It improved my thinking, my capacity, my understanding, my imagination, my creativity, my initiation, my intuition, my initiative, every kind of thing increased, my critical thinking, yes, my storytelling capacity, yeah. And a lot of the things I learned then is what I'm still using today. Yeah. Yes, thank you. Yes, I discovered myself very, very, very early. My Facebook, the name of my Facebook is Discover Yourself. I discovered myself very, very early. By age 9, 10, 11, I've had my first epiphany, my very serious first epiphany. So it helps me to move on. So because of that, I didn't dwell so much on my disability because I know they can play football in the field, but in the class, I am the champion. Why? Because I am not distracted. So when they're playing football, I am reading. And when it is time for reading, I'm also reading. So I have advantage more than them. Yeah. Unless any of them went ahead to play international football, that football meant nothing because I used that time to read. So I beat all my mates in all my classes, you see. So don't look at anything like, oh, women, whatever it is, their softness or what people think is their marginalization, that is also where their strength lies. And that's why I established Womenfluential, so that women can be women of influence without rubbing shoulder with anybody. Because you see, when you do it well, you are the best software developer, you are the best designer, you are the best communicator, you are the best scriptwriter, you are the best copywriter, you are the best marketer, you are the best, in the bank, you beat all the men. And, you'll be the person say you want to resign and the bank will be begging you not to resign. So stop competing, start living your life, and then the competitors will just be behind you. If you've got that interpersonal skill expert, that's what the woman is. Women are natural powerful leaders and managers. Look at the homes. Yes, a woman can use 500, 1,005 to do what? To cook. Try it with a man. Yeah, try it with a man. He will use it to eat suya. That is why a woman may be left by a man. I mean, a man dies and left the woman a widow. The woman has 5 children. The woman, is frying akara. The man is owing people 3 million, and they don't have a house in the village. They don't have a house in town. And with 6 children and frying akara, the woman will build a house in the village, build a house in town, train the 5 kids in the university, and pay all the debts. Yeah, but a man can't do that. A man cannot do that, you see. So women are powerful leaders and they're powerful managers. So you concentrate on what you can do, develop those skills. Don't do gra-gra with anybody. I can't be going out now doing gra-gra with people who are walking. Yes, I use crutches. So why should I start doing gra-gra? I want to dance I stand on my leg to dance, to stand and walk, to run like others. No, that is not my forte. Yeah, my forte is ability to solve problems. Run, stand up, move around, do anything you want to do. When it is time for solving problem, you're going to come back to me. And these are the ways things have developed, over years, not looking at my own disability. Yeah, concentrate on what you can do and develop on that skill very, very well. Be the champion that no man on earth can actually compete with you on that. Yes? If you become that, there's no need for competition. No need to say who is bigger, who is, Yeah, somebody said, but why can't men do soft? We have few men too that do soft easily and can be learned by men. Okay, Angela, probably I'm now organizing Womenfluential, so you can organize for men and then invite them to come so you can teach them how to do soft. Okay, so I'm doing my own job. How can I, so if I'm not doing soft, I won't be here with you. I'm teaching my son to do soft. I do stuff with all the women in my life. So, but you can also, organize program and then invite men and teach them how to do stuff. That's how the society grows. So now, powerful leaders and managers. Yeah. Now, the next thing is the law and society smiles for the woman. That should be smiles. Sorry about that smiled for the woman. Yeah, you know, the law is lenient on the woman everywhere in the world, and the society is lenient. You know, most times the law think if the policeman is passing and you know, oh, thank you. You can go for your prayers. Thanks. You know, if a woman is passing and um, there's something committed there, and nobody is thinking immediately that a woman um, will, you know, be the crime criminal. Yeah, most times, you know, all the eyes are on the man. These are opportunities the woman can have in the society. There's a lot of programs for women, one program to the other for the women. Yeah. So I don't always see the disadvantages. Um, the society has a way of putting down the women, which is just a function of misguided men who don't understand the yin yang, who don't understand that the women complement the men, who don't understand the men complement the women, who don't understand that men cannot bear children. You know, a man cannot bear a child. You know, he can't do much with his spermatozoa. Yes, but a woman collects it and mixes it with her ovary, and then she's able to nurture that from cells to zygote to fetus to a child. And the woman carries this child 9 months, give birth to this child, nurture the child. Yeah, so those are things that a woman can do, men cannot do. Now, women have early entry and late exit. A woman starts life early, you know, like my daughter. She's a big woman. Yeah, a lot of a lot of boys who are her age can't even talk to her because as a woman she has early entry. They mature faster, they become bigger faster, they know better faster. You know, but you know, it's a senior an 18-year-old, 20-year-old girl is you know, having relationship with somebody 30 something years and all that. It doesn't happen with men 100% of the time. So they have early entry. Those are some advantages, and they have late exit. Yeah, because a lot of time men die before women. So having said that, ladies and gentlemen, this is your century. Don't allow anybody tell you otherwise. And what that means is that these advantages can be harnessed. The same way I harness my disability instead of just complaining about it, I harnessed it. A lot of people, even my own sibling, had to tell me, you became successful because you are disabled, because it gave you power to concentrate more. Okay, so if you've got that, ladies and gentlemen, very important to note that let's do 4 and 5 and then we wind down here. Thank you, my boss, Amolara Akonde. Now, it's a century of value. Value is anything tangible or intangible that is not nothing. Anything that is not nothing that solves a problem. That's what we call what? That's what we call value. Value is anything that is not nothing that solves a tangible or intangible problem. Now, very important to note that if you can be a person of value, yeah, if you can be a person of value, and I want us to just see how much we can talk about the value. Now, it may not be the value you can bring to the table. Now, tell me one problem that, you know, people can solve for people. Don't go and tell me bad road, because that belongs to government. Tell me problems that people are looking for solution. Yeah, organizations are looking for solution. Yeah, tell me some of those. Thank you very much, Fatima, superwoman. Yeah, relationship, so much relationship, breakup, divorce, everywhere, relationship issues. Yeah, and that's what you see, all the people who are doing relationship and sex education and all this kind of thing online, and they immediately get people. Yeah, they show people how to reach orgasm, how to make things better between bosses and sorry, between people who have relationship. They teach people how to train their kids and relationship with your spouse. They all have immediately, they all have people. Yeah. So people want relationship solutions. People are depressed. They want solution to that. Gender-based violence. Okay. Yeah. So I do hope, Modipe, you write for grants and then you develop programs. Yeah, because when you're solving a problem that is not owned by anybody, you have to be smarter. Okay. Gender-based violence is not owned by anybody. Yeah. So you have to be smarter by understanding how to organize. So who are you selling this solution to? You sell them to International Cooperation Agency, you sell them to United Nations systems, you sell them to state governments, you sell them to, organizations, international NGOs, you sell them to, groups and all those. So you have to understand this so that you won't be solving previous problems and you are poor. Now, gender-based violence, literacy, all kinds of literacy, financial, personal, relationship, all kinds, trauma healing, super, growth. Yes, people want to grow in their businesses, in their lives. Parenting is a very big issue. I charge as much as 10,000 US dollars to have your child with me for 1 month. Yes, so it's a problem for a lot of rich parents. Mental growth, yes. Financial freedom, super. Intimidating, okay, maybe intimidation, yeah. Yeah, oh, thank you. Psychosocial treatment, super. A lot of people you see walking around are mad, are having issues. A lot of things that happen to them that their minds have shifted and all those. And a lot of people, are also, some people, their mind shifted and they become weak. Some people, their mind shifted, they become too strong. Now, even in my own life, when I was growing up, I found out that because I needed to conquer disability, I do all, including parenting for free. I wish you luck, but you see this one, I'm doing it for free. Probably you don't know me, you just saw and came. Any other, but like Mrs. Omolara, Lady PG, and a lot of people who are here, of Angela, and a few of them that I see, they know how much our programs are worth in organizations. That's why just 2 days in a whole year, I just bring out 3 hours and 3 hours. That's 6 hours to teach. Yes. And then, you see how relaxed I am. I'm not selling anything to you. If you want to come for mentorship, okay, but I'm not selling anything. The point becomes that you can't just be given free. Yeah. You have to have the free, or you do for, and it's very important that I mention this before we continue. Now, our time is really up. Now, there are three things God called you here to do for him. One is what he calls you to do for him. What he called you to do for him, we call it ministry. Yeah, somebody help me write it. What God called you to do for him, we call it ministry, okay? What he called you to do for yourself, what he called you to do for yourself, we call it business. What he called you to do for yourself, we call it business. And what he called you to do for others, yes, we call it charity. Yeah? So you must understand all this. You must understand what he called you to do for him, what he called you to do for yourself, what he called you to do for others. So let not everything be free. Free things cannot even free you. You see how I'm talking so so simply, because I know that a lot of people who are here will know the value of what they came for, because they didn't pay. They don't understand that the same thing I'm giving them here is what people pay 10,000 US dollars for. They don't know. Yeah. So that is why you see how calm I am talking and all this, because you, even God in heaven, even Jesus came and died. A lot of people are still doubting and all this. So that is for that. So don't keep just giving free. Go for a business training. Yes, you can come to Sean Cousins if you want to. You can go to Lagos Business School. You can go to any place. Yeah, go to a place where they can give it to you in lowest common multiple. Yeah, lowest common multiple, so that you are able to internalize it and use it, starting from ground zero and growing that. Okay, well, that's by the way. I was trying to talk about, I've forgotten, but let's talk about different kinds of value. Okay, yeah. I was trying to talk about, the values, um, you know, problems people have, they are looking for solution from. So someone said parenting, mental growth, financial freedom, intimidation, psychosocial treatment, parenting. Okay, before we change that topic, okay. So quite a lot of value, yeah, that you can offer. So I divided it into three. If you're looking at the board, you're going to see number one there is spiritual value. I do hope this thing is still turning. Spiritual value. Now, some people can pray for you and then you get healing. Some people can, prophesy for you. Some people, whatever it is. Even if you go online, you see those who are doing mommy water, who are doing blue eye, who are doing lock and charm, look at how rich they are. You see, well, it's something I encourage you not to go and try. But you see, the point is that people have spiritual needs that, you can solve for them. Yeah. So if you develop your spiritual life in such a way that you can help people spiritually with a spiritual thing, yeah, super. Yeah. People who have spiritual needs, whatever that is, I don't know, but you can always find out what it is. Yeah. Then the next one is physical. A lot of people have physical needs, a lot of physical needs. So let's look at a woman. From the hair, she needs to comb her hair. So comb makers are there. She needs to oil her head. Oil makers are there. She needs to do wig and do weave on and do all this. Those people are producing that. She needs to dye her hair. People are producing the dye. She needs to barb her hair. She needs to make her hair. She needs to plait her hair. People are doing all those. She needs to tie scarf. She needs to tie gele. People are doing that. Physical needs, okay, in line with the body. She needs to do gym. People are doing that. So what can you do? She needs to do makeup. People are doing that. She needs to wear clothes. People are providing that. What can you provide? Yes, she needs to eat for the body to function. People are doing that. What can you do? Yeah, you need to understand. If you can't provide spiritual, you can provide the physical need. Yeah, then she needs to keep fit. Yes, yeah, people are doing that. She need to, be in relationship. Yeah, that one is now the mental, the soul. So people have problems that are not even physical. Yes, from their sex life to their psychological well-being to their education to their all kinds of need to feeling good to music even cater for such things. Yeah, you see some people smoke so that they can feel high. Yeah, go to where they're selling shisha. I don't encourage you to sell those. Yeah, and all those kind of things. You see, or go to where they're selling what do you call it, vibrator and all these kinds of things. So you can see that there are so many needs that you can solve. Check the ones you can solve. And I bring it to you right now as we're trying to round off. Now, write down one need you can solve, target physical or target, so you can say P, you say what it is, or you say S, you say what it is, or you say M. So S stands for spiritual, P for physical, M for mental. So write it down for me. Yeah. Omolara said marriage needs to be fun at all times. Yeah, I've met the husband. The husband was was, I don't know if he's still there now, the Lagos Country Club president or chairman. You know, the husband hosted me at Lagos Country Club. Yeah, good. Yeah, so P, a house. Yes, Rama said he can solve housing problem. Yeah. Yes, and Abdulami said fashion, business, he can solve. Fashion business is so big and it is not going down anytime soon. It's not going down anytime soon. Yeah. Achievements. Okay. It's a physical. Yeah. Okay. Achievement. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. I want you to write things. Don't be slow. Write. I'm waiting because our time is up. Catering business. You cannot exhaust catering business. Somebody is teaching my family how to, cook more than 100 continental and countable other, is it continental or intercontinental, whatever, uncountable other one, from pizza to dirty rice to local rice, rather, or father rice, to all kinds, Spanish rice, Japanese rice, all kinds of things. Yes, you can use 2 cups of rice and make something that will, 15 people will eat, and it will be so healthy. Liver, this one, that one. So it's inaccessible catering. Oh, mental well-being, super. Vicky said well-being. Modiba said baking. Yes, master ceremony job, super. Sorry, seems I went off for a second. Great having you back. Okay, so keep writing. I'm seeing that. So mental health, blah, blah, blah. So that's super. Your ability to understand emotional intelligence, super. Connect with other people. Good relationships are important, super. You see, now, how do you turn that into business? If you're already not turning them into business, you are not doing so much for yourself. Yeah, but tomorrow you're gonna, now if there are questions you have about what we did today, you're gonna drop them at the WhatsApp group. You drop them at the WhatsApp group so that I am able to articulate them and then help you with them. But tomorrow it's gonna be more like business class, so that we needed to lay this foundation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, just 10 minutes to wind down here. So we say essential of value. Which type of value is natural to you? Now we say that if you must give out value, you must understand the power. You must understand the power of finding your passion. So I developed an algorithm called AARM. Now, if you want to find your passion, you must understand aptitude. What is that thing that you can do easily? What is that thing you can do without having, to stress about that? Now, write it down for me. That thing you can do without stressing. Please write it down for me. That thing you can do without stressing. Write it down for me, please. Write it down. That's your superpower. Yeah, baking, super. Right. Soap making. Yeah, they don't have to be tangible. Cooking, bead making. The person that say you can make bead, where are you based? Infinix Notes 81, where are you based, please? Because we may want to make use of your services. Now, I love sewing. Thank you. That's the Odulami. Drawing. Wow, super. Ruth Caleb, drawing. People said coaching, super. Gershon said, teaching, blessing, teaching, super. Jenny said, cooking. Fatty said, spice blending. Fatty, I want to hear more about this spice blending. You can send me, probably chat me about that. Now, baking, Jenny said, baking, hair making and cooking, that's Stella. Convincing power, that's Angela. Mentoring and counseling, that's my bosses, or Omolara, Conde. Okay, Quara offer. Okay, we'll talk about that later. Hair making, that's Jenny. I make the best plantain chips, super. That's Beppo. Makeup, that's Jenny. Marketing, that's Sean Cousins. Talking to people, caring, super. I make dried catfish, super. Juicing, knitting, okay. Wonderful. Making of smoothies, feeding people, wonderful. Now, the point is, you must find your aptitude. Now, let's move away from physical things you do or you can do. Can you tell me non-physical thing that you have aptitude for? It could be you love caring for people. It could be you can stop conflicts. You know, whenever there's conflict, you can stop it. It could be you can, you have high focus. It could be you can listen very well to people. It could be anything. I don't want us to mention hard skill like cooking and baking. I wanted to mention something, something like caring. Thank you, Stella. Something like Ihedima said, counseling people out of depression, super. You know, those kind of things. Just can you just quickly, can you just push them down there? Yeah. Listening skill, super. You know, you love listening to people. Meditating, that's wonderful. Yeah, you can think things through, meditate. Yeah, go ahead, please. Go ahead quickly. Yeah, caring and giving a listening ear without judging. That is super. Empathy. That is super. Studying. Studying is a superpower. Somebody says studying, Ifeanyi Blessing. That's a superpower. Empathy is super. Counseling. Yes, that's Antimodupe. Counseling. Yeah. Caring and giving advice. That's super. Settling conflict, taking people away from depression, studying someone's mood. Super. Giving voice. Super. Teaching, listening to people. You see, don't neglect these skills. Don't always look for things you can touch and feel. What I do, and I've made so much money doing them, none of them is hard. None of them giving. Yes, thank you, Ruth. None of them is a hard skill. None of them is so like something you can touch and feel. Why I have a lot of other skills? Well, a lot of things that have made me who I am, they are very intangible. Making people smile, super. That's Rama Adam. Making people smile. That's superpower. You see. So I wanted us to draw that attention. That's what we call aptitude. Now, when you've got aptitude, you must, somebody said, it's not hard to do, but then your environment matters. Okay, so now, aspiration. Aspiration is ability to match your aptitude with where you are going. Aspiration is where you are going, what you want to become. So if you have aptitude that is caring, and then you go and start a business that is just because of the money, yeah, it's wonderful. It's wonderful, but it may be difficult for you to have the capacity to carry on. Two things. If you're doing something you don't really love, when you make more money, you relax and say, let me just rest from this trouble. But if you're doing something you love, when you make more money, you are energized to do more. You see? So that's why you need to understand that. Now, the RM stands for realities of the market. Anything you are doing, you must find a way to make the market pay you, because everything here on earth is funded by money. the churches, the mosques, the Buddhist monk houses, they're funded by money. So if you don't understand realities of the market and the business aspect of what you do, you will always have problems, okay? Now, let's talk about number 5, and then we round off, and I will want to open up your line for those who want to say what they've learned. I want to open up your line, and then they tell me what they've learned. So I want you to hang a little around for a few more minutes so that we are able to do that. But if it's 7 o'clock and your time is up, please, you will be very free. I'll be very free to release you while I stay with the people who are willing to stay. Okay, thank you. Now, century of permissionlessness. Century. This is a century of permissionlessness. This is a century. So write it down for me. I don't need permission to become greatness. I don't need permission to become greatness. Write it down like that. Just don't mind the English. I want you to write it down like that. I don't need permission to become greatness. Now, if you write it, you're going to write another thing for me. Write it down. I don't need permission to become greatness. Thank you, Hedima. Thank you, Blessing. Thank you, Infinite Note 8. Thank you, Esther. Thank you, Mulara. Thank you, Modupe. Thank you. Yes, Lady PJ, Vicky. Yeah, I don't need permission to become greatness, okay? Now, we're going to write one more thing for me. Now, write this one, I'm going to tell you in capital letter. Write everything in capital letter. Write, I have all the permission I need to become championship. Now, don't mind the English, please. Don't just mind the English. Write what I told you. Write this one in capital letter. I have all the permission I need to become championship. Write it down. I have all the permission I need to become championship. Super. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you, Esther. Blessing. I have all the permission I need to become championship. Super. Okay. Now, I want you to, these two things, I want you to be repeating them all through this night. Now, there's what we call mantra. Mantra is that thing you repeat in your mind that it takes over you. So I want you to repeat this as a mantra. I have all the permission I need to become championship. I have all the permission I need. Use it today, use it all through today, tomorrow. Anytime you are not talking, anytime, even when you are talking, be saying it in your heart. I have all the permission I need to become championship. I have all the permission I need to become championship. I have all the permission I need to become championship. Keep repeating that in your heart. That's your job today. So you don't need anybody's permission to become successful. You do not need anybody's permission to. Nobody can continually stop you in the 21st century because all the exit roads are not manned. Escape routes are not manned by anybody. Nobody's manning the internet. You have over 4 billion people on the internet. Nobody's manning the social media. You have 3 billion people on social on Facebook alone. Nobody's manning the entrance to any of these. Yeah. So you must understand that if you are down, you are holding yourself. I saw one of my friends say something like the environment matters. Okay. Well, I wish you luck. The truth is, if anybody could give excuse, I more. If anybody could be unsuccessful, I more. If anybody could be stupid, I more. If anybody have, somebody has no good environment, I more. As I'm talking to you here, for me to stand up here, I have to have my calipers on my legs, I have to have my crutches, and I have to struggle to stand up. But you see, I enjoy life, live life at my terms, because the environment doesn't make me, I make the environment. I'm not motivating you. You can see the success in my own life, in my own children, in my own wife, in my own family, in my own companies. So I am not motivating you. The point is, this thing in between your 2 ears, That is the greatest gift God gave you after he gave you salvation. This is in between your two ears. So you need to understand what it takes and then know that if God wanted somebody to help you, if God wanted you to come here with anybody, he would have given you a med or attachment when you were coming. But he knew that you are more than enough. He put 86 billion euros in your brain so that you can use that. Okay, thank you. Now, nobody can continually stop you. Now, making money without putting down cash is one thing that you must learn in the 21st century. You mustn't always be shouting about what? About, oh, I need what do you call it? I need capital. I need capital. Write it down for me. Capital is anything you can capitalize on. Please write it down for me. Capital is anything you can capitalize on. Write it down for me, please. Write it down. I am waiting. Write it down for me. Capital is anything you can capitalize on. Help me write it down. Capital is anything you can capitalize. Thank you, Esther. Thank you, Fatima. Thank you. You know, with all the things I know, I don't need capital to start my business. That gets me right. The point I mean by capital is anything I need to start something, to move forward in my life, I must find a way to get it. It is in my head. I don't need to see the money physically. I've raised 100 million naira for somebody before, just using my brain, using thinking, using the power of the mind. Yeah. So capital is anything you can capitalize. You have the land in the village, that's your capital. You have suffered enough. You know how to do small, that's capital. You're like my children, they know how to cook almost everything. That's capital. They can make beats, they can cook anything, continental, native, everything. They can, at 12 years, they can facilitate professionally in a business school. That's capital. And then tomorrow they wake up and say, I need capital. Relationship is capital. Your capacity is capital. Your honesty and integrity, they are all capital. Because you can walk into a place and say, give me goods, I'll go and supply and bring back the money. And they give you. Your ability to market is capital. You can market for real estate companies and then sell something for 100 million, 50 million, and they give you 5% or 2.5%. You've raised the capital you want. Stop just moving around. I'm looking for capital. In Nigeria, it is not readily available at the moment. So you need to find ways to work around it, okay? Good. Now, if you've got that, too many options offline and and online. There are too many options of what you can do, what you will do, there are too many of them online and offline. Yes, you see, it's almost impossible for me to be poor because it's impossible, not almost, unless God decreed that I will be poor. Yeah, can I be poor? People are eating and shitting, and then you want me to be poor. I must find something I provide for them. I must find something I sell to them. I must find something they have need of, whether it's spiritual something, whether it's physical something, whether it's mental something. I must find something that they need that I can sell to them. Ladies and gentlemen, there are too many options online and offline. I hope by tomorrow we'll have all the time to talk about some of them. We are living in a boundaryless world. The world is boundaryless. Yeah? Go to Fiverr and then you see people who are asking for what you can do. Go to freelance.ca, freelance.com. You see people who are asking for what you can do for them. Go and start becoming Amazon referral guy. What do they call it again? Affiliate marketing person. They will send you your money. You do not need to be unhappy about life. There are too many options. You can relate with who you want to. Your superpower is hot cake and needed everywhere. Yeah, I can solve uncountable problems from IT to management. So I can solve physical problems, I can solve spiritual problems, I can solve, mental problems. I can solve all manner of problems. So I am in high demand every single day of my life. My time is not even enough. So how can I be poor? It's about sitting down, knowing that nobody is coming to rescue you, developing yourself. You heard me say, I read an average of one book every single day. It's not because I just really want to read. It's because I don't want to go out of relevance. And if you, as a woman, with all your grace, all your charm, all your charisma, all your power, all your endowment, all your wisdom, can just, touch it up a little, just, edge it up a little, just put in just few more minutes, few more hours to learning, to upgrading your mind. This world have not seen anything that will be what you will manifest. You are too much. You are too much. Please take to the chat box and write for me, I am too much. And you are talking to yourself. Write for me on the chat box, I am too much. Yes, write for me, I am too much. Write for me that, please. I'm waiting. Yes, I've exceeded our time. Sorry, I'm going to round off to thank you, Margaret. Thank you, Rama. Thank you, Esther. Yes, I am too much. Yes, write it down there. Infinite H word. I am too much. Angela, I am too much. Blessing, I am too much. Antimody, I am too much. Vicky, I am too much. Josie Wealth. Adebushola Ruth. For me, I am too much. Ifani Blessing. Mojura Day, I am too much. Stella, thank you. Good. Super. I am too much. Super. Your superpower is hot cake. And immediately you start understanding you are too much, you're going to take it to the marketplace. There are too many people on earth for you to relate with. If one person doesn't want you, another person wants you. If one person is not buying from you, another person is buying from you. Now, we work for government. A lot of our work are for government because we do what we call LEHI, low energy, high income. We are not doing a lot of high energy, low income. We do a lot of low energy, high income. So we work a lot for government. Now, that's not because it's easy, but, the money are higher and all this kind of thing. Not too much story. Yeah. Now, not too much going to the street to convince people. Now, but the point being made is there are more than 1,000 ministries, departments, and agencies. If you go to one and they don't want you, go to the other. They will want you. They may want you. You may look like their daughter. You may look like their son, mother. You may look like their former boyfriend or girlfriend. You may look like their, whatever it is. You may look like somebody who helped them. Yeah. The point is, you keep going. Go at your terms. If somebody wants what you don't want, you get away from there. Go to another place. Go to another place. There are too many people on earth that you can relate with. You will find people who love you. In fact, I found out that out of every 10 persons, you'll find 3 that love you, that like you, people that don't, 3 that do not have anything against you. But you may find 7 that don't like you. So if you stop at number 7, you think everybody do not like you. But the truth is that a lot of people love you. Okay, if you've got that, ladies and gentlemen, money is in collaboration. Find a way to collaborate with others. When you are come with something. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jenny. Jenny, you if you continue this way, I'm going to give you 1 month free mentorship because you've shown so much excitement about this training, and I can see you, copying things all the way, copying and copying. So if tomorrow you continue this way, I give you 1 month mentorship worth more than $1,000. Yes, and because you see, you help people who want to help themselves. Let people who are looking for where they can find money keep doing. Yeah, I never looked for where I can find money. I looked for where I can find knowledge, and knowledge propelled every other thing that I have. Yeah, so now money is in collaboration. Find a way to collaborate. Don't be that kind of person who is always working in your own silos. Now, recap, 21st century. Yeah, 21st century, we said, is a century of power, is a century of technology, is a century of the woman, the influential woman, and the influential woman is you, is a century of value, is a century of permissionlessness. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, and tomorrow we are going to be working on day 2. 2 is for building world-class businesses, career, and your calling. Okay. I appreciate you for coming. So I am going to have you, tell me what you've learned today. I will want to unmute you. So if you want to tell me what you learned today, I want you to raise your hands so I can unmute you and you tell me what you learned today. You raise your hands and then I unmute you. Thank you. Yeah. Raise your hands. I unmute you. Tell me what you've learned. Yes, I'm looking for people who are going to speak. Oh, yes, Omolara. Yes, ma. Can you unmute yourself right now? Yes, ma'am.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Auntie Omo, what's up?
Very well, thank you. And you?
How is my boss, Otumba? How is he?
It's fine, thank you.
Good, and my people. Yes. What did you learn, ma?
They're very well. I really learned a lot today.
Yeah.
I learned a lot today, aside from what we have been taught before during the algorithm
classes.
So yeah. I learned a new thing today, and I will make sure I add it to my mentorship and mental health course as well.
Wonderful.
So grateful.
Thank you.
So grateful. I'm appealing to people to continue this class tomorrow so they will not miss out. So they will not miss out. You motivated me. I did 4 courses after the algorithm course, and which I have just graduated about 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you.
Hi, all. I'm saying hi.
Thank you. Okay. Joyce Wealth. Yes. Joyce, can you unmute? Joyce Wealth. Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Good evening.
Hi, Jay. Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much. I really learned so much. I'm like 1 in a million that is looking for how to get my feet and then the purpose why I'm on it. Yeah, I mean, to so many things and virtually there's nothing I want to do or I put my hand to the art to it that doesn't work out. So I've learned so much today. I learned what God called me to do for Him, a ministry, for myself, a business, for others, charity. And then I also learned that I don't need anyone's permission to become a greatness or who I want to become in life.
Yeah.
I'm not letting my environment to determine or to stop me. That actually nothing is free, even the free, you can't get it for free.
Yeah.
And capital is anything that you can capitalize on. Those words are really great. I really took my time and enjoyed them. And it was nice. It's nice hearing this, and I'm so glad being here today. Thank you so much. More wisdom, more blessings.
Thank you, ma'am. God bless you. See you tomorrow. Okay, that just well. Mojura de Begpo. Yes, Moji, can you unmute yourself? Yes. Moji, can you? Yeah. Hi, how are you, ma?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you very much. This is very insightful and educative. I'm very grateful. I've learned that money gravitates towards value. I've learned about money management. I need to know about money making, money management, and money multiplication. I've learned that I am just too much. I can become successful without anybody's permission. I don't need anybody's permission to become a champion, to become the great person God has created me to be. And that is what I'm just going to be. Nothing is stopping me. No limit, no boundary. Thank you very much, sir. Have a good evening, everyone. Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Can anyone hear me? Hello? All right. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you.
Sorry. So sorry.
Right.
It's from my side, not yours.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you. I was blessed with what you said. Thank you so much, ma. God bless.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so yeah, so I look, the next person is Auntie Modupe. Yeah, Auntie Modupe.
Okay, can I? Okay. I don't know where to to really start from, because you are somebody that I've listened while I was seminar several years back, and it has never left my memory, because I just kept thinking, what stops me from being who I am? And whatever I learned then has helped me today. I have an organization of 6 years going, and some of the things that I heard from you just kept ringing in my ears that, yes, you can make it. If this man can make it, then you can make it. So today, again, it's wowed me, because everything that you said honestly touched me, and it's going to make me a better person. These are things that people pay millions for. Thank you so much, because some of us, some people have not even set up any organization. But with this, I'm sure they are just going straight ahead. They will not be afraid to just go and be who God called them to be. And making, yes, I do a lot of charity. I think good free, yes, free goes, but majority is free, I will tell you, because I go to school to talk freely, give free talks and all that. But when I have to train, yes, I make a little money. But with all the tools that you have given us today, I know that I'm going to be a better person. Thank you so much. I can go on and on.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I caught you without you finishing. Sorry, ma. So sorry about that. Sorry. Okay. Let me unmute Vicky. Yeah, Vicky. Hello, Vicky. Vicky, can you? Okay, Favor, go ahead.
Okay, good evening, doctor.
Good evening, Favor.
I came in very late, about 15 to 20 minutes ago. But even though I came in very late, okay, I was able to grasp that money is not everything. You can be able to make money without really having money. So that has really taught me a lot. I have a business I'm struggling with. And with the few little words I heard from you, the few minutes I entered, I'm able to understand that I have to keep moving. Move to where people don't, if you find yourself where people don't like you, you move to where people like you. There are many people on the earth, and you will definitely find that someone who likes you. So, and your business will find where it is being liked. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I hope to be on time tomorrow.
Okay, then. Thank you. Thank you, Favor. Auntie V, can you unmute yourself?
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
It's really been a wonderful section with you. I am glad I am in contact with you. Yes, you talked about capital is anything. It's a conventional thing that we are always looking at the monetary aspect of whatever we want to do. But you have just opened my eyes today. That capital is actually not the main thing. If we can look inward to see our skill. And I can even say with your story, your own soft skill in the conventional world is a disability, which ordinarily is a disadvantage to any normal human being. But capital here was your disability that you use to become your own capital to actualize what you became today. That is mind-blowing. Really mind-blowing.
Thank you, ma'am.
Met you, and I believe I continue with it.
Thank you, ma'am. Oh, okay, ma'am. Sorry, it seems I stopped her before she finished. Thank you, Auntie V. Thank you so much. Okay, Jenny, Can we hear you?
Okay, good evening,
Jenny.
sir.
Hi, Jenny.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening,
everyone.
Good evening.
Yes, I learned so much today. Like, I learned how not to limit myself anymore. I've been having this fear of not going out to do what I'm supposed to do. But from the lecture today, I just understand that I don't need anybody's permission to do what I have to do and to become successful. And I don't also need anybody to stop me to do what I have to do. And the hard and soft skills has taught me a lot too. How to be humble. We women were naturally humble. We have this endowed quality. We're creative. We understand the society a lot. And this lecture has made me know that I have so much potentials in me. And I think I need to put it into the society. This 2023, I'm not limiting myself.
Amen.
Yes, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you. Okay. So, the last person, Garba, Fatima. Yes, Fatima was my special assistant today. Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
How is work and dealing with students like us?
Yeah, we're doing great. Thank you.
Really, this is a very educative, supportive, confidence builder. That's the program built a lot of confidence this evening. Actually, I came in late. That's an hour after the session started, but I was able to pick a lot. And the confidence I had kind of increased that I can do more and I can reach there. Even with the money issue, which always pull most entrepreneurs backwards, because we always keep hanging that, I don't have capital, I don't have enough capital, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I want to be in the market. I want to succeed, but then capital most at times and support from people around to give someone that motivation that you can do it or you are doing the right thing. But with this summit, or sorry, conference, will I say, it just made me realize that yes, we don't need anybody's permission to do what we can. And money should not be a hitch. At least we can do more. And yes, the women from the word go, the set into the world, women have always been in the business.
Yes.
History, years back, women have always been successful in the business.
Yes, 100%.
And we are very, very, very grateful for this session.
Thank you, ma'am.
Which we might not be able to afford if it is financially
no problem
implicated. Yes, thank you very much. It's nice meeting you, sir.
It's my privilege, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yeah. God bless. Okay, we take in here them last, and that's the last person. Yeah.
Wow, good evening, everybody. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
This is my first time meeting you and attending any of your program, and it's mind-blowing, I must say. The business I'm into, I make dried catfish, but this year I've been a tech-averse person, introvertish kind of. But this year, I started taking a lot of digital skills and communication skills. I took courses in copywriting and a lot of them, but the mindset to step out has not been there. So coming in contact with today's training is reinforcing that I should go all out and go more into tech, because this is 2023, let me put it that way. And we are looking for value. There's an advancement of knowledge. This is the tech age. So I will move further into tech. And then really need anybody's permission. Before I was thinking, okay, because first on the side, apart from my business, this is what I do for youths around me, both in church and in neighborhood. I help people with depression. I help them, talk them out of it, talk them into finding their vision and all that, just getting the light into their path again. I started thinking of, okay, going up to beyond my neighborhood, you know, to do this, to be able to reach out to more people and also somehow find a way to monetize it. So attending this program, it's kind of giving me a boost. You know, I don't need permission to step out. And it's like validating what I have started doing, moving me to go further into this, because it's like it kind of made me feel like, okay, yes, you're actually on the right path, because I've been on a shaky leg. Like, can I really do this? You are telling me this evening that I can really do this. So I'm really grateful. I have to tag along, following you on everywhere, because I think these are the kind of people I like to be listening to going forward.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Esther. Oof. Esther, the last person, because you didn't raise your hand before now. So we're not going to take any other hands. Yeah, Esther. Yeah. Are you there, Esther? Go ahead. You're muted. Go ahead. Okay, probably she's having it. Okay, so guys, thank you very much for coming. Tomorrow is the same time, 4 p.m. A lot of people wrote some things. I'll take 1 minute, read through them, and then we get out of here. Can you share all your social media handles, sir? Oh, Stella, it is Kali Cousins or Dr. Kali Cousins. Kali Cousins or Dr. Kali Cousins. So I hope somebody will write it there for her. Okay, thank you so much. I've learned a lot. My life has changed automatically by this lady. God bless you, living. Okay, I have great teachers who have taught me the proper way to speak the right. You have given me the knowledge that I need to speak with government. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate your coming. You can share the link with your friends. They can watch on social media. They can watch on Zoom. See you tomorrow. Remember, let's stay celebrated. Remember to do all the assignments. Good evening.